Okay. Book versus movie.
Yeah.
I only wrote down 3 things.
Okay, let's go through them.
So, in the movie, and you already mentioned this, when Harry comes into the room, Dobby's jumping on the bed. He's going, wee, wee, wee. Whereas in the book, when Harry comes in, Dobby's just kind of sitting on the bed like, do. The second one was when Uncle Vernon came upstairs and Harry shoved Dobby in the closet.
Yeah.
In the book, he says, oh, Dudley must have left the TV on, the little tyke, and goes upstairs to check and see what the noise is. But in the movie, he's like, oh, it must be the cat, before he goes upstairs to see what the noise is.
Yeah.
And then the third one is the whole pudding and Mrs. Mason's head thing. So in the book, Dobby's crouched up in a corner on top of the cabinets, making the pudding float, and just drops it and it splats all over the kitchen, and then everybody's startled. And then the barn owl comes in through the window and drops a letter on Mrs. Mason's head. But in the movie, Dobby is like hovering and moving the pudding. And when Harry's like telling him, no, stop, the pudding is hovering above Mrs. Mason's head. And so when Dobby drops it and disappears, it falls on Mrs. Mason's head. So those were the 3 things that I noticed were different. There was no owl.
Yeah, there's no, we don't see Harry getting food from the cat flap, right? In the movie, we don't see him getting food and sharing the food with Hedwig.
It gets dropped on Mrs. Mason's head, and then he gets locked in his room, and then Ron's out the window.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those were the only book versus movie differences that I saw for this chapter.
There is one more really minor one where Dobby is punishing himself. I thought in the movie he only used the lamp and then the dresser. He goes and like bangs his head against the dresser.
Maybe. Or the closet or something, not the wall or the window.
Not the wall or the window, exactly.
Which he does in the book. But he also punishes himself more times in the book than in the movie.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Woo woo.